Good morning, San Diego. I'm Sherry.
And I'm Allison, and you're watching San Diego Coast Lifestyle. Our show is about being healthy, happy, while learning about new and cool places that you can explore and learn about our local community.
This is our 4th episode, and we are excited to share some new places to explore with your family or just by yourself. Plus, we have some financial fitness to be wise with your money. As you know, San Diego Coast Lifestyle loves to showcase small businesses and their impact on our community.
From print to digital delivery, this neighborhood newspaper has deep roots in the father-son tradition, from every page turn to scroll and mouse click.
Over 35 years of hard work, journalism, and telling the stories of North County. Of course, we're talking about the Coast News, and there is nobody better to tell us about the past, present, and the future than the Associate Director, Chris Kidd.
In 1987, my father transformed our garage into a little office where he kicked off the Coast News to bring local news to North County. And 34 years later, we continue to bring truth to the community and also to serve our advertisers with meaningful and effective advertising campaigns. So at the heart of it, we are a newspaper to our readers, but we're also a marketing company, and we really try to help businesses grow and develop their product. The Coast News has embraced digital from the beginning, and slowly but surely we are entering into a new phase where digital is going to be more and more important to not only reaching new audiences and making news more engaging and interesting, but also to provide more value to our advertisers who know that digital is also an important part of their growth. Personally, I'm very excited about the addition of San Diego Coast Lifestyle to our community. I know from my own personal experience that video is much more engaging to some individuals, including myself, especially in the social media world. And to be able to offer that to our customers and to be able to tell more interesting stories in video is something I'm really excited about. And I can't wait to help our advertisers grow their business through some of these new ventures we have with San Diego Coast Lifestyle. It's very important that the Coast News is relevant to a younger audience. I look forward to the day when my kids can engage with our news content, and I look forward to being able to tell more interesting stories. And San Diego Coast Lifestyle is a part of that answer. And we really want to bring something of value to the community that can build on the Coast News' brand and our established audience so that we can deliver younger demographics to our advertisers.
Visit thecoastnews.com for all the latest news in North County.
Hey Allison, did you know that the Encinitas Chamber of Commerce has been supporting and promoting local businesses for over 55 years while keeping the small town beach vibe that they are known for?
I did know that, actually. They're amazing. I also know that they support a healthy and thriving quality of life in our community, and they really help support the success and growth of local businesses.
Did you know their tagline is helping businesses blossom and keeping our cozy community connected? Sounds simple, right?
Here in Encinitas is a small, not-for-profit organization that helps businesses. And our philosophy is when we help businesses, our community thrives. And when our community thrives, our families thrive. Basically, we, as a nonprofit, we generate revenue from two ways, from membership and then also from events. And both of those are benefits to the member. So what happens is, as a member, there's opportunities to network and promote your own business. There's opportunities to increase your, say, search engine optimization, because we're a reputable organization, and so you join with us, you go higher, when people do their searches on you. And then we have our web page. You have a presence on our web page. Your page is your own on our website. So you can add photos, you can add video, you can do a hot member deal, you can do member-to-member discounts to encourage a philosophy that we're trying to, embrace and really put out there, which is to give back. And so we have so much to offer businesses, and we want you to join. And in return, we hope you give back to the community. So with regard to the events, now you have an opportunity to sponsor them, or to partake in them, or to, say, get a booth if it's an expo or Oktoberfest or something like this. So we have State of the City, which is the mayoral address. We've got Salute to Education, which honors our teachers and students. We have Business Expo, Health Expo, Senior Expo. We have a golf tournament, which is a fundraiser, super fun. So even if you don't want to sponsor it, you have an opportunity to be a golfer and be in it. We have our Oktoberfest. So all of these wonderful opportunities to either sponsor it, put your items in the swag bag, be a participant. We are a group of extremely committed to the community of Encinitas group of people here at the Chamber. And it's so easy to promote the businesses. I find, as a membership coordinator, I develop a tremendous amount of friendships. And it's so easy to recommend your friend. You want to promote your friend. It's so easy to say XYZ restaurant, or if you need this, CPA or whatever. It's easy because we're small enough that we have the opportunity to really get to know our members. And we know them. We know who they are. We know their name. We know their business. We know pretty much how long they've been a member. And it's a delight.
For more information about the Encinitas Chamber of Commerce, go to encinidaschamber.com. Today on Old Wise Ones has some great financial tips for the family.
Today we're going to be talking about estate planning, wills, and trusts. If you have children or you have property in the state of California, you need to hear this. Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to Old Wise One. Today we have the Law Office of Adam England. Welcome, Adam.
Thanks, Jim. Great to be here.
So why don't we just start with, what is a will?
Okay, I think most people know what a will is. It's something that says what you want done with your assets when you die.
Let's talk a little bit more about a will, and if somebody dies without a will.
It's who are your closest relatives, and if not them, then who else? And it goes down to fourth cousins 10 times removed. But eventually they figure out who is entitled to your assets.
So typically on a will, if they do it in their own handwriting and it's dated.
Yeah, and they sign it.
And they sign it.
It has to be all in their own handwriting. It's called a holographic will.
Okay, and that may or may not be notarized.
Doesn't need to be notarized.
Doesn't need to be notarized. It's
in
as
fact,
good as it goes.
In fact, wills are not generally notarized. In California, they're certified by 2 witnesses. For current estate planning purposes, if people have assets over $150,000, the will has become really an adjunct to trust, which avoids probate.
What is probate? It's California law that deals with the distribution of assets of the deceased when no will or trust are in place. It's costly and can take years to get through.
There's a lot of downsides to not having a trust in place. The primary purpose that I'm trying to achieve is to avoid probate. If there's a trust, somebody steps in and takes over right away, and then the probate court has nothing to do with it.
So in this scenario, we've got 2 30-year-old parents with 2 children, okay? And they don't know when they should do a trust, whether they should wait till later, should they do it now.
Usually a trigger for me is when they either buy a house, because then they start developing sufficient assets to make an estate plan worthwhile, or they are buying life insurance because they're concerned about their children. You can look at a trust like a bowl. The people who have the assets put them into the bowl, and they manage those assets. So the legal construct is that they take one person and make them into three. The settlor, the person who puts the assets in, the trustee who manages the assets, and the beneficiary who gets the benefit of the assets. And the trust is essentially transparent for creditors and taxes and things like that. But when they die, there's a successor trustee who takes over and manages the assets, carries out the instructions in the declaration.
So let's talk a little bit about guardianship.
So the guardianship document, basically it's the will that's commonly used for that. And this is one of the reasons that we still have wills instead of just eliminating them altogether. But it nominates a guardian. So a court would need to appoint the guardian, but by nominating it, the parents have established a presumption that this is who is qualified and appropriate to take care of the children.
Right, there's other documents in the estate plan that are always very important. The healthcare directive gives the direction to the doctors, to the hospital, and then you have a power of attorney, a typical document in an estate plan, which is power of attorney, which is helping somebody manage assets while they're still alive.
Right. So basically it's in case of incapacity. And one deals with health and the other with financial affairs.
Good idea to get these estate plan documents done as soon as possible. As soon as you get a house, as soon as you have a child. Adam, I really appreciate you coming in.
My pleasure.
And everybody, I really highly recommend his law firm. I've used them over the years many, many times. One of the most reasonable trust packages there is in the marketplace. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
If you would like your financial questions answered by the old wise ones, visit our website at SanDiegoCoastLifestyle.com. Well, with school classes opening back up and now summer courses opening, I sure wish there was some quality educational courses that my child could take.
Oh, I got you. I know who to call.
I'm on my way.
Are you ready for science?
We started SD Lab Rats with the goal to empower youth to create a better world through STEM. All of our curriculum, all of our courses, our workshops, our assemblies, our demo lab stations, they're all designed to empower youth to find their own passions and encourage them to do that hard work to pursue an education in STEM. Because there's nothing more rewarding than to find your passion and put in that hard work in pursuit of that passion.
Science.
What makes our curriculum different is really two parts. So first off, we have scientists who are designing and teaching all of our curriculum. But two, the more important thing is that it's our focus. We are focused all the curriculum around empowering each student. Our curriculum utilizes engagement education and incorporates hands-on labs and activities so students can really immerse themselves in these topics, and they can use multiple senses to learn and discover all these new ideas. The addition of our mobile lab van has been incredible. Thanks to San Diego County and some private donors, we were able to buy this mobile lab van, and now we can take all of our curriculum anywhere in San Diego County. It's been so helpful that now we can take all of our amazing curriculum to you.
All right, last time, let's see, 2 out of 3. Let's see if you can follow. 1, 2, your chances.
Now we have topics that cover all of NGSS, physical sciences, life sciences, earth and space, but also much more. Topics like engineering, computer science, robotics, forensic science, and provide all of that education of the future to everybody in San Diego. So we want to be able to offer all of our classes at a minimum of a 1-to-1 scholarship ratio. And I mean, I could hope for 100% scholarships. I'd love to be able to offer all of these classes for free to everyone who needs it. For many of our students that take our class, we've found that a lot of them didn't really like science before, but after taking our class, it's usually one of their favorite subjects after. And that's really what fuels us, fuels our passion, because we believe that an education in STEM is nothing less than the power to transform the entire world with a single idea.
To engage with San Diego Lab Rats, visit their website at sdlabrats.org. Hey Sherry, this next story takes us to the beach. One of my favorite places, and also my son's favorite place, is to go and explore the tide pools, one of the most important ecosystems to our coastline. So let's learn about what lives in the tide pools.
I'm sure you're wondering about what they are and how you can experience this California marvel of nature. Let's all watch and learn.
Summer's here and things are heating up. So grab your crew, grab your suit, and check out the amazing tide pools San Diego has to offer. You never know what you may find. Tide pools are best explored during a low tide. Check out your local tide chart to find the best day and time for your tide pool adventure. Here are some tips to keep in mind to protect you and the wildlife for generations to come. Finally, here's a map of the most popular tide pools in sunny San Diego. Now get out and go.
Next up, an inside look at some wonderful local charities with Coastal Community Foundation.
Today, we make over $1 million worth of grants to a wide variety of organizations. So we cover all fields. We cover social services, health and human services, scholarships, education, We do the arts. We have funds that support animals and the environment. So it's really changed over those years, and seeing donors really have an interest in their community and wanting to support a wide variety of nonprofits, both here and nationally. We've seen a number of people come to us and say, tell me more about this donor advised fund. How does it work? Why would I not write checks directly to my charity? And we have that conversation about the benefits, and so many people then say, gosh, this is a great idea. I'd like my donor advised fund. And especially because people can leave an anonymous grant. When you write a check to a charity, you're sending that, and the next thing you know, you have all of these solicitations coming your way. And some of our donors like the fact that they can be anonymous through their grant. They can support that organization, but the foundation then gets all the solicitations and they don't get bombarded personally. And that's really attractive to them as well. We like to show is not how much money we have in charitable assets, but what we're doing in the community through our grant making. So in 2020, as I mentioned, we had over $1 million that we put back into the community through grants. Actually, over 80% of that stayed here in San Diego County. We have some of our donor advisors who are involving their grandkids now. They will give them a certain amount of money out of their fund, and they say, you make decisions, and they have to do the research. And one parent makes their kids write up a little essay, like their homework assignment, and say, you tell us why we should fund this particular charity.
I've been in the investment business for 30 years. I had never heard of a donor advised fund, really, until I got involved with the Coastal Community Foundation.
In order to start a donor advised fund, I met with my advisor, and my advisor looked at my box of receipts and confirmation letters and canceled checks and so forth, all the charitable paraphernalia that I had, and said, you'd be much better off with a donor advised fund. And I said, I'm sure you're right. I do have one question. What the heck is a donor advised fund? And so she explained to me that it was a fund that you could start where you could make one donation to the fund, and that would be the only donation for tax purposes. That would be the one donation. But then you could make grants out to all the different causes that you're involved with, whether it's colleges and universities or other causes, and anywhere you wanted, as long as it was a charitable donation, you can make that grant out of your fund. You can also donate appreciated assets. I said, really? Because she goes, yeah, then you don't have to pay the capital gains on the appreciated assets, and you maximize your tax deduction.
Thank the Coastal Community Foundation for making it so simple. They keep track of everything. I don't have to really do anything. It was super easy to set up the fund. Frankly, whenever I want to make a grant, I can just call Sharon or send an email and say, please make a grant to, X, and she'll take care of it. So it's really made my life, simpler, easier, more tax efficient. The assets have grown over time. It's just been a terrific way to go, and I very much appreciate what they do for me.
For more information about the Coastal Community Foundation, go to coastalfoundation.org.
Thank you for spending time with us this morning, and we hope you join us again for a new episode of San Diego Coast Lifestyle.
And again, we are a show that focuses on supporting our local community, and we love to focus on featuring local businesses making a big impact. We'd love to hear from you if you have any show ideas or know anyone that's making a difference in the community. Please contact us at our website at san diegocoastlifestyle.com.